I'm going to start with my items that I was able to reveal. Huge shout out, as always, to the Bazaar team for giving these to me. We're just gonna start and do this one by one for the ones that make the most sense. By now, we should probably know what flying does. It's basically, the way I see flying is it's an on or off switch for stealth. So an item starts flying, and while it's flying, it has certain effects. Sometimes something happens when it starts flying, sometimes something happens because it's flying, sometimes something happens because it stops flying. Clockwork Disc does everything. So what we're about to look at is basically the early game package for stealth. You're going to see these items a lot in the early game against stealth. Clockwork Disc deals 10 damage, 4-second cooldown. This starts or stops flying. So after 4 seconds, it starts flying, and then after 4 seconds, it stops flying, repeating that cycle. That's all there is to it. It's pretty simple. So an important item for context here is the Kara Kara. So during testing, this item was really, really broken because you would play this with a bunch of small weapons. Probably some of them we haven't seen yet. And it would just be like super fast, super high damage, super low cooldown, small flying weapons. And the Kara Kara was an item you could get in the early game and would just completely dominate. If you found this in early game, Stel was unbeatable. It was the best hero because of that in testing. So this deals 5 damage. It's a 5-second cooldown. This and one adjacent item starts flying. Your flying weapons have plus 15 damage. It's kind of awkward with the Clockwork Disc because Clockwork Disc starts and then stops flying. So you probably don't really want that with this. But it is extremely important for getting Stealth items to start flying and then also giving them the damage they need to actually win fights. Because 5 damage is just not a lot. So that is the first 2 items. And then next up, this item was also really, really, really insane. The Gyro Gun Sight, Bronze Small. When one of your weapons starts flying, it gains 20 damage for the fight. So with the Clockwork Disc, if you can make it start flying multiple times, it will get 20 damage every single time. So it starts at like, what, 5 damage? How much is it? 10 damage. It starts flying for the first time, 30. It stops flying, and then it starts flying again, another 20 damage. So that's kind of like the gameplay loop that you're already starting to see with Stel. That is going to be her main core, especially in the early game. And the Kara Kara and the Gyro Gun Sight and a few other items we haven't seen yet are going to be like the main enablers for her to get an actual winning strategy early on. 20 damage is also a lot, considering, you know, she puts items in the air very frequently. And then here's some more payoff. The Air Pressure Rifle is a 10-second cooldown item, 50 damage. When your items start flying, this gains 75 damage for the fight. When your items stop flying, reload this. So I find this very comparable to Torpedo. Torpedo with Vanessa also is an item I think that like increases its damage every time you use an ammo item or an aquatic item, and it reloads itself when you use a large item. This one is a little bit easier. Like imagine playing the disc, the Clockwork Disc. You play this, and that's already enough to reload this and buff its damage. So that's just like probably the board you would want already. Really good kind of transition tool into the mid game because it is a silver item. This will really help you keep up if you're playing like small flying weapon stuff. And then next up, the last one is the payoff for this playstyle. The coolest card of the bunch, the Dagger Wing. Large gold weapon vehicle. When your items start or stop flying, this gains 150 damage for the fight. Again, I'm really happy that when they gave me these items, they included the Clockwork Disc because it makes it really easy to kind of see what's going on. Clockwork Disc both starts and stops flying by itself. So it's like, it's a 4-second item. If the Clockwork Disc goes off twice, this is already plus 300 damage. So pretty good payoff for this playstyle. I don't think it's going to be the best item, but I like that it decides if you can keep playing what you're currently going for, or if you can just pick this up currently and then transition it later into something maybe a little bit better. That's what this card is. I'm excited because, again, this is probably the simplest stealth package that you could possibly play with. Every single character has something like that, right? Pig has like the weapon stuff that's pretty easy to play, whereas all his his income stuff is more difficult to play. Same with Dooley, you could just spam weapons. Vanessa, you can spam weapons. With Stell, this is spamming weapons and then tying it to her flying mechanic. So very, very, very good. Makes it easy to understand. And then we're gonna go to the items that Solly's Crown has posted in the Discord. These are all the items revealed by other creators. So we'll go through them. Kind of like one by one. This is Fire Hose. Slow all items for 1 second. Cleanse half your burn. Medium tool starts at silver. Slow all items. Oh, it's both boards. So I knew about my items. I've heard the stories of them. I don't really know about these items. That was a test server that I mostly tried to avoid because I kind of want to go in fresh and play Stell without knowing anything beforehand. I think I have the most fun that way. That feels like Shot Glasses V2. Yeah, this looks really powerful, but it also feels like it's entirely synergy dependent, right? Because if you're playing a medium item that slows your items and their items, you're not really doing anything. It's like a do nothing almost, right? But if there is synergy... Oh, actually, wait, you're right. Oh, wait. You're so right. Flying items only get half the duration. You're right. Oh my god. That's so true. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. But flying reduces, slows, and freezes by half the amount. That's really clever. Okay, yeah, that does make this even more insane, yeah. I really like this. This is going to be a good item, but it is going to be very dependent on your strategy. So Flashbang has been slightly reworked. So this is still slow all enemy items for 3 seconds with 1 ammo. I think that's what it is on live too. But when this item starts flying, reload it. So like we saw the Karakara, for example, that makes an item fly. There are other things that make items fly. This is the start of that. This synergy because you are using items to make other items fly. Again, I just think of this on-off switch. The on is flying, the off is not flying. And then you have items that want to be on, but you need the on button from somewhere else. Basically. A flying flashbang, so someone just yeets it. Yep. As soon as somebody yeets it, it gets reloaded. Multi-tool is still the same. Haste 1 item for 1 second, slow 1 item for 1 second. Not exciting at all. Nicola. Am I saying that right? Nicola? Small food. Charge adjacent items 2 seconds. Slow adjacent items for 1 second. Yeah, that's good, man, because of the flying synergy, right? It has 2 ammo. Seems pretty good. Charging an item 2 seconds so it activates is just good. Sometimes you only need 1 activation for an item to be good. Yeah, that's good. It's nice. Steam Hose. Burn 12. When you slow, this gains 4 burn for the fight. So wait, we have this, the Fire Hose, and then we have the Steam Hose. Wait, you put both of these on a board and it's actually low-key kind of crazy. Because if you slow the entire board, this is gonna get like 40 burn. Every 5 seconds, burn for like 50. That's sick, actually. Oh my god. That's really good. Oh, Stell. But if I... Hold on. If I click next here, what happens? Oh, it actually just goes to the next one. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's super good, man. 12 burn on... That's already good. Yeah, 12 burn on 5 seconds is already... Like, that's crazy, actually. Wait, what? Wait, that's ridiculous. Wait, that is such a high number. Bro, wait, that's insane. This must have gotten nerfed before release. Okay, but Vents is 18 burn on 7 seconds. I mean, this is still crazy. Low cooldown burn items are super good. So this looks insane. Okay, Kite. It's a little bit blurry. 3 regen, 6-second cooldown, an item starts flying. When your item starts flying, gain 3 regen for the fight. So that's on this item, right? So this goes from 3 to 6 to 9, and then every 6 seconds it gives you that regen? Or is it something starts flying, and then because it starts flying, I gain 3 regen? I think it's when an item starts flying, any item, you just get 3 regen. I think that's how I'm reading it. I think that's how I'm supposed to read it. Every time something starts flying, I get 3 regen. It triggers off anything? Okay, yeah, so that makes sense then. You just want to make stuff fly all the time, and then you get regen for it. I mean, it's like, it's pretty good early game. Like, regen early game is good. Lunchbox. At the start of each day, get a small food item from any hero. When you sell a food item, gain 1 regen. So I get the 1 regen. Wait. If you can somehow buff the regen on this with like a skill or something, and then you get chocolate, you just get like a bunch of regen for free. That seems pretty good actually, man. Stell likes chocolate. This is why gumballs aren't food. Oh my god. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Why are gumballs not food? It's never going to be Mac level of regen, but honestly, even right now, I feel like Mac doesn't really get a regen outside of combat that often anymore. It's all just like in combat. Because you spit out... Okay, you know what? That makes sense. Yeah, nobody swallows gum. Unless you're a psychopath. Okay. Oxygen mask. 10 shield, 2 regen. When you shield, gain 2 regen for the fight. I don't know how much shielding Stell has. Have we seen any shielding? It starts at bronze though, so this actually looks pretty good at bronze. Early game item. This looks fine to me. Shield on fly? Yeah, that would make sense. The trailer had quite a... Yeah, I did see a bunch of them. I think this is good either way as an early game item. If you can just shield a couple of times and get 2 regen for it, that's a good item. Oxygen tank. 4-second cooldown, heal 50 for each vehicle you have. When this is destroyed, gain 100 regen for the fight. I love this stuff, man. The destroy stuff looks so fun. But yeah, this is an awkward item to put on the board, though. This looks really awkward because it heals for 0 by itself. But then for every vehicle you have, it increases it by 50. That's weird as hell. You think one of her builds will be regen? I saw a bunch of videos revealed for the items. You can have an auto-destroy build. Yeah, she looks to have like a I destroy my own item build, kind of. Which we haven't actually seen. It's always been destroy your opponent's items. But destroying your own items and getting a benefit for it is really cool. Like this. Like, 100 regen is kind of insane. But you'd have to destroy it somehow, which is not easy to do. But yeah, if dinos are ever popular again, you just put an oxygen tank on the board and you're like, yeah, screw you. Pinwheel. Starts at bronze, haste 1 item for 1 second, gain 1 regen for the fight. When your item starts flying, charge this 1 second. Another regen item. I feel like the regen is like a little bit irrelevant, but the hasting 1 item for 1 second is really good. I don't know how this scales. It kind of depends on how this scales, and it might be decent. I don't think it's bad because of hasting. Yeah, at 8 seconds it's bad, but the thing is, we're seeing kind of what an archetype wants to be. So here's how I think about it. What we've seen so far, there's an archetype that's about starting or making an item fly as soon as possible. Just like make them fly and they do something good, and that's all they care about. Just either I am flying or I just start flying as soon as possible. The other one is stop items from flying. We haven't really seen any of that yet, but that is another one. It's like the first one is fly, the other one is stop flying, and then the third one is activate flying as often as possible. So that means you need to make something flying, then stop it, and then activate it again. Which obviously seems like by far the hardest thing to do. That was kind of the clockwork disc. It starts and then stops. Okay, so that's the fire hose again. Are these posted 1 by 1? These are not posted 1 by 1. Okay, we'll go over this image then. So we'll start with the big one. That's this, the tanks. 14 seconds, destroy this. When this is destroyed, deal damage equal to 35% of your enemy's max health. So it's like keg, but you can't charge it. Oh, I mean, no, wait, I'm lying, because you can destroy it through something else. You can destroy this item yourself. That's the whole point, right? Yeah, it can't. Wait, can't it crit? I think it can. No, it can crit. It can crit because there's a damage number here, and this number will just reflect your enemy's health. It will show 35% of your enemy's health, but it doesn't work with Radiant. Yeah. Okay, Buster. When your vehicles or drones start flying, this starts flying. When this stops flying, deal damage equal to 20% of your enemy's max health. Then destroy this and an enemy item for the fight. So this one can be Radiant. If this one is Radiant, and stops flying, it will just keep doing that. So you could make this one stop and start flying all the time. But if you just destroy it, no. This one does not want to be destroyed naturally. This one needs to stop flying for it. Bomba. Interesting item. You have to make this start and then stop flying, and then it's 20% of enemies' max HP, and it destroys one of their items. All of these are gold, except the hydrogen tank. Haste adjacent items for 1 second. If you have a vehicle, use this at the start of each fight. When this is destroyed, burn 100. Yeah, that's accurate. It's the same item, but with this text on it. That makes it worthwhile to play, actually. That makes this worthwhile, I think. Lava roller. 10 seconds, burn 30, destroy an adjacent item for the fight. When you destroy an item, double this item's burn for the fight. I see. So after 10 seconds, you can destroy the big one, or the hydrogen tank. Oh, that's kind of cool, because this is a vehicle. So the lava roller will get haste from the hydrogen tank. Ah, I see. Wow, this is a really cool archetype, actually. I like it. Bomb Voyage, deal 100 damage, burn 10. When this stops flying, use this 6 times and destroy this. 600 damage and 60 burn. That's so funny, man. Oh my god. Dude, that's so cool. If the Buster is radiant, will it keep this running? It would, yeah, for sure. But that, only if you stop it from flying. Yeah, you can also make this radiant, yeah. So this is more about making items stop flying, which is really funny because they're bombs you're dropping from the sky. So when they stop flying, it's like, you know, the impact when they fall on the ground and blow something up. That's so sick, bro. And look at the art on these two. So good. This is the archetype I'm gonna love. It's gonna be so hard to pull off, but it's gonna be sick. Jetpack. Haste the item to the left of this 1 second. If this is flying, haste the item to the right of this for 1 second. Pretty standard hasting. Imagine a war PTSD with Bomb Voyage. I really hope that when those items, when their cooldown is low, when they're about to go off, I want like war sirens to start playing in the background. Hold on, I'll play it. Hold on. When their cooldown is 5 seconds or less, you start hearing this. When their cooldown is almost done, this is what you hear. Okay, alright. So that's a standard hasting engine, okay? Headset. When your items start flying, haste it for 1 second. This is really good. This is insane. If you're playing an archetype with the items that I was showing, like the gyro thing, where if something starts flying, it gets damage, and then you're also hasting it. It's really, really good. This has to be nuts. And Achilles, thank you for the primer. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Imagine hearing that siren, but then the big one doesn't even go through pig shield. Yeah, exactly. Free haste back. Yeah, this is nuts. This is really, really good. Crazy good item. Anemometer. I'm probably not saying that right. 4 seconds, an adjacent item starts flying. When one of your items starts or stops flying, haste it for 1 second. So this is like this, but it's when it starts or stops flying. And it helps something start flying at silver. Is flying a permanent status? Yes. When something starts flying, it keeps flying until you force it to stop. Yeah, this seems to be really good. Don't you need ways to make stuff stop flying? Yeah, I'm sure we'll see more of that later. But yes, that will be part of a build. So goggles have been reworked slightly. When you haste, adjacent items gain 3% crit chance for the fight. It's really weird that this item does not haste by itself. I guess goggles, you're shielded from something, but like, it's entirely synergy reliant now. Angle grinder drone. Weapon tool drone. Deal 10 damage. A tool or drone starts flying. So there also seems to be a drone archetype, which we haven't really seen a lot of. We saw some of it in the trailer, where it was like, all your items are drones, and adjacent drones to this big warship have multicast or something. I mean, yeah, this would probably be an important tool in a drone archetype. Who's this guy? Who's this fella? He's stealing my spotlight. Battle drone. Deal 40 damage. If you have another tool, tech, drone, or vehicle, this has +1 multicast for each. This item seems like it will be nuts in the mid game too. This is comparable to the air pressure rifle that I showed. Yeah, there are also new labels. Yeah, new tag for the soup and for Bob. Weapon drone. Yeah, these are good tags. Another drone. Come on, man. I don't know what content creators these are, but you guys should check them out for sure. +1 multicast. Yeah, this is a good mid game item as well. Unless you can like giga buff the damage on this, it seems pretty mid because it's 8-second cooldown. Good mid game item. Lightning Butterfly. Small weapon tech friend drone. Is this a first friend we see? I think it is. Deal 5 damage. Your flying weapons gain 5 damage for the fight. At the start of each fight, this starts flying. You're flying, so every 4 seconds you give your flying weapons 5 damage. Pretty good. I think this bottom text could be really important. There are probably going to be a bunch of effects that are important with this, like the gyro thing, where it immediately gains 20 damage, or where it hastes itself with the headset. So immediately, this is like a Clamra effect almost. Yeah, this would be a combo enabler, just because it starts flying immediately. Good card. Delivery drone. 4 seconds, charge another flying item 1 second. At the start of each day, get a loot item. Ah, that's like the skill. Yeah, this is good. You basically always want to buy this on day 1, I think. It's nice econ. Joystick. 4 seconds, charge adjacent drones 1 second. And it's a 4-second cooldown, so at higher tiers, it would go like 2, 3, 4. This is... yeah, this is probably really good. It's a small item. I've not really seen a lot of great drones. Like, we did see the one that gets multicast, right? This one? Deal 40 damage if you have a tool, tech, drone, or vehicle. But this is a tool and a tech, so that's already 2 multicast for that. So that would be the build enabler if you're playing that. This is a good card, yeah. This is really, really good. More synergy dependent than most of the other ones, though. And here are the Criparian reveals. When you buy or upgrade this, get or upgrade the target acquisition skill. At the start of each fight, your target acquisition's crit chance increased by 2%. Your flying items have +10%. Oh, okay, so when you buy this, you immediately unlock this skill. And then if you start a fight with the binoculars in play, it increases the crit chance on your skill. Super cool. It's kind of like inexorable. Finesse is inexorable. That's what it is. But you need to play this on the board to get the crit chance. So at silver, would this be like 4% and then 6 and then 8? Yeah, that's this must be insane too. It's like for 2 gold, you get a good skill, and then you have a way to make that skill even more insane. And you also upgrade the skill. So at silver, this could be like 20%. That must be kind of nuts. I really like skill acquisition items, actually. I think it's really cool that you can buy an item and get a skill for it. I love that. I hope they do more of that. Cloche hat. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Your rerolls cost 1 less gold for each apparel you have. And this is a hat, so it's always 1. So if you have 2 apparel, you're gonna reroll for free at all the bronze shops. That seems really... it's like an econ item. It's like a unique form of an econ item. Good. That's good. It's really good. Holy dig site. Yeah, but it still ramps, right? Like you can definitely get more rolls on the dig side, but it's not like you're gonna go insane. Eventually, we'll just stack up to unreasonable numbers. It's like instead of going 1, 2, 3, it goes 0, 1, 2. Grabinator. Medium tool, 8 seconds. Destroy the leftmost medium item and transform this into it for the fight. Holy crap. So what... Am I seeing this right? So basically, if you have the big one, it will destroy the big one, and then the Grabinator will become the big one. Is that you? Oh, I'm assuming it's your item. There's no way this would be the enemy item, right? Would this be the enemy item? I'm assuming it's your item, not the enemy item, but it could be. Like, leftmost medium reads weird. It's ambiguous. It kind of is. It doesn't state, so it's enemy. Okay, I'm not really sure. One big one and 4 Grabinators? Wait, that would work. Yeah, that would actually work. That would be a sick build. It's enemy item? He said, oh, it's enemy item. Okay. Would say you're, yeah, I guess you're right. So you destroy the leftmost enemy medium item, and this becomes that item. It's gonna be funny when you destroy dually score with this. I mean, that's a really good item then. Like, destroying a medium item is crazy. In-flight meal, 6 seconds, heal 50. When your items start flying, this gains 50 heal for the fight. When you sell this, gain 5% max health. This has double max health gain after you make 50 items fly. So when you sell this, you gain 10% max health. Making 50 items fly is an insane requirement, though. Fine econ item, like, in the late game, when you have gold, you always pick this up every single time. You can get max health. Like, the later in the game you pick this up, the more health you have, the better it is. But early game, it's pretty bad. I guess you buy it early game, let it sit there until you have it active, and then you sell it in the late game for, like, big health gain. Orbital Polisher has been reworked. When you sell this, enchant your leftmost small item of the same or lower tier with shiny. And you have to make 99 items fly. Leftmost small item of the same or lower tier. Shiny is broken, don't get me wrong, but like, holy requirements. First of all, it needs to fit the criteria, and then it also needs to see 99 items. Oh, not see, you can keep it in your stash, but that's crazy. It's really good though. Like, you always pick this up early game, you complete it, and then you can just see if you can like do it later. It can be in your stash, I'm pretty sure. This item still does nothing. It does like it does the same amount as before the rework. Because both basically had an empty description bar. Yeah, it's still better now. I like this item. Like, this has a really high ceiling, is the thing. The ceiling is incredibly high. Altimeter, I'm probably still not pronouncing these right. 8 seconds, charge adjacent items 1 second. For each adjacent flying item, this item's cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds. So if you have 2 flying items next to it, this will be a 4-second cooldown item, and we will charge them by 1 second. Interesting. Pretty good. Yeah, faster loops, yeah. Seems good. Seems pretty good. Flysicle. 6 seconds, an item starts flying. This goes 6, 5, 4, 3-second cooldown. It looks really simple. It's probably going to be one of the more insane combo enablers in the late game, if I'd have to guess. This one's for the Dutch people. Finally. Early item to actually get your stuff to fly, but in the late game, I think it's going to shine because it'll be like a 3-second cooldown activation, and you can maybe make your important item fly. That's how I see it. Ornithopter. Ornithopter? Ornithopter. 4 seconds, an adjacent item starts flying. The cooldown of the flying item to the left of this is reduced by 1 second. I don't know how this scales. I have no idea how this scales, but this has the potential to be another insane combo enabler. This must be really good. It's also, like, this is also the first time we're seeing small vehicles, by the way. I'm pretty sure we have not seen that in the game yet. Also really important, because there are some insane vehicle skills in the game. But most of them require you to, like, fill up your board pretty significantly. Oh yeah, Dinosaur. Yeah, Dinosaur might be the first, actually. Yeah, Dino. Yeah, Dinosaur was the first time they did that. Private runabout, and we got a legendary fella over here. Deal 200 damage. This item's cooldown is reduced by 1 second for each flying item you have. Dull skill? True. Yeah, but good luck beating that guy, man. He kicks my ass every time. So deal 200 damage, and then for every flying item, it's 1 second reduced. So it's 3 spots for a large, and then if you have 6 more smalls that are flying, it's a 1 second cooldown, deal 200. Depending on the damage of this thing, this can be really crazy. Here's the thing though, right? I just played with a... God, I forgot the name of the thing. The large item that gets multicast when you use an ammo item. I had that permanently shooting with almost 300 damage. And I couldn't kill anyone. This is 200 damage every 1 second. In theory, yeah, you can... maybe it's like an Atlatl. Ballista, that's one. Maybe it's like an Atlatl. You can see it as an Atlatl. Toothpick launcher. This is like somebody flying in a toothpick then. Silver carpet is 100. The damage doesn't matter. I think the damage matters for sure. Because it starts at gold. This starting at gold? Yeah, I don't know. It seems a bit powerful. I'm actually pretty meh on it. I'm actually not impressed. Because of the 200 damage. If there was a way... I haven't seen a good way to scale the damage on this is the thing. If there was an easy and good way to scale damage, like even the gyro thing, right, doesn't scale this. It would give it like 50 damage or something once. There is flying weapon scaling, yeah, there is. Is it like the little butterfly that we saw? But it's pretty minimal though. I mean, that's what it seems to be for, right? The butterfly, this thing. Your flying weapons gain 5 damage for the fight. Even that's pretty, like, not a lot. At 700 damage, this would be broken, but it's 200. It doesn't even fly itself. Oh, yeah, it does. The butterfly, yeah, it starts flying. At the start of each fight, this starts flying. This one isn't, though. This one doesn't start flying. If you're playing... Okay, so if you're playing this, you're playing an archetype that wants to make items start flying, which almost guaranteed also makes this thing fly. This thing, one way or another, will start flying. It will start flying somehow. Raider Dome. 4 seconds, one item starts flying. Your flying weapons have 1 multicast. Your flying shield items have 1 multicast. Your flying burn items have 1 multicast. You gotta make weapons fly 10 times, shield items fly. This is insane. Right? This has to be crazy. It's almost like a passive large item. It's almost like a passive large item. Because 4 seconds, one item starts flying. It does not benefit from any of its own text. This seems insane. Imagine you have a weapon and you enchant it with shield. And then it gets +2 multicast. Can Aqua to play for it? I mean, we've seen with Mac, you can just keep quest items in your stash until you complete them. Like, if I have a weapon and shield item, I don't care about completing the burn. This seems good to me. It seems really strong. Really, really strong. We have a Rivet Gun rework. 6 seconds. Charge the item to the left of this 1 second. When you use the item to the right of this, charge this 1 second. Oh, so instead of using the item on the right and then immediately charging the item on the left, now it's just every 6 seconds you charge something. Yeah, this is a lot worse. Like, it's a lot worse. It's probably still playable, though. It depends on the scaling. If this goes to, like, 2 and then 3 seconds on both, then maybe it's still fine. Seems bad. I mean, the thing is, previous Rivet Gun was, like, extremely powerful. And having that available in the stealth package was... Oh, it's not a weapon anymore. That's actually an upside. The fact this is not a weapon anymore is a good thing. It starts at silver. It's fine. We give you the title of gun, but don't grant you the rank of weapon. First gun that does no damage. Toolbox. Haze a tool to the right of this for 2 seconds. At the start of each day, get a small tool. It's like a fishing rod. We found the fishing rod for stealth. This and the other one that gives you loot items at the start of each day. It's pretty good econ. She has good econ options, but they're different. Skyliner is a large vehicle weapon, 150 damage, 30 burn, 10 second cooldown. This has +1 multicast for each flying item you have. This one seems a lot better to me than the other one, the other gold large, that cares about flying items you have. This goes off. You deal, like, let's say you have 1 flying item. It deals 300 damage and burns 60. 60 burn is no joke. 60 burn is a lot. 1 more flying item, it's 90. But it is a 10 second cooldown. Yeah, it cares about seeing items flying. So if an item flies and then stops flying, it's not flying, it will lose multicast. This seems quite powerful to me. But 10 second cooldown might hold it back. And this might just be my favorite item of the entire set. Space Laser deals 9,999 damage. and says, when you use a flying item, charge this 1 second. That is extremely hard to do, by the way, because first of all, you need to start the item, you need to make it fly, and then you need to use that flying item to charge this. Preservation, yeah, preservation for one shot. Yeah. I love this item so much. The art is so gorgeous. Make this obsidian and make it crit 100%. You're good. It's probably pretty mid. I don't think it's great, but I love the payoff. This is... I mean, depending on how early you get it, it's possible that it's better than the other options we've seen. Like, there is some shielding that she has. I'm just playing this for the damage on it. Spotlight. Double the damage of the weapon to the left of this for the fight. Double the shield of the item to the left of this for the fight. Yeah, I mean, just use this here, bro. Just use it here. Just make this go off 3 times. Boulder hits harder. I mean, it does. It's a guaranteed... Well, if you have less than 9,999 health, it deals more damage. This is terrible, I think, because of 10 seconds. But it's really funny that you can just keep doubling the damage. Launchpad. So these are the dually items, right? These are a couple of dually items. I don't know if it's all of them. So dually has a launch pad. An item starts flying. When you use a friend or flying item, burn 2. You can scale the burn on this, and then it's pretty good, I guess. I like this. It's like a fun item. Dually is cringe, so I'm fine with it. Medium tech, unstable gravity well. All your items start flying. Destroy this and an enemy item with no cooldown for the fight. With no cooldown. You can destroy Pig's belt and pawn shop. It's funny that all your items start flying. Yeah, Probos is dead. Pterodactyl. 14 seconds. This starts or stops flying. When this stops flying, deal 1000 damage. When you use a dinosaur or flying item, charge this 2 seconds. I love this, man. So you just want to make this land. You just want to make it stop flying and then you deal 1k damage. When you use a dinosaur, or yeah, I mean dinosaur, right? Want to play dinosaur? Super cool card as well. Radar module. When an enemy uses an item, items adjacent to this gain 3% crit chance for the fight. That's pretty good. I don't like items like this that much. I don't like playing them because it depends so heavily on what your opponent is doing to like even do anything with this item. It's fine, I think. I don't love it. There's one more. Propeller hat. At the start of each fight, your cores start flying. When you use a flying item, haste an item for 1 second. Propeller hat. This just goes all around dually. It's just like dually armor. Your cores with an S. So all your cores start flying. And when you use any flying item, you haste an item for 1 second. This seems good. This becomes like perma-hasting. Okay. We've seen this. Pogo stick. This starts or stops flying. When this starts flying, shield 100. When this stops flying, charge adjacent items 1 second. That was a pogo stick. Okay. Shield 100. As like a passive effect, essentially, because you want to make this just stop and start a lot. This could be the frequent shielding that Stel was looking for. Birdcage. Adjacent small items stop flying. When your items stop flying, shield 100. So we're kind of seeing like the stop flying angle here. And that seems to be more about shielding currently. When you stop something from flying, you shield. This is the stop flying archetype. This could be a lot of shield procs. Eject button. Your vehicle stop flying. When your items stop flying, shield 10. The first time you fall below half health each fight, use this. The awkward thing is, this needs to be pretty powerful, I feel. These needs to have high numbers, because for something to stop flying, it needs to start flying first. So you need items that start them, and then you need items that stop them. That's really hard to do. That's a hard board to build. That's like the much more difficult Stel archetype that you can play. This one, when your item stops flying, shield 100. This one is 10. But it is a small item, and it also actively stops things from flying. This one only stops small items from flying. Lightning Rod has been reworked. When any player freezes or slows, deal 30 damage. When an enemy freezes or slows one of your items, this is targeted instead. So, if you're playing the hose, this does not absorb the slows, but still deals 30 damage. For every item that is slowed, I guess? This looks insane. It's anti-freeze, and you're dealing damage because of it. This is really, really, really good. And I, like... What's interesting, though, is that if you're making your items fly, you're already not that vulnerable to fly and slow. It will probably still, like, be enough to kill you, but flying items are affected less by freeze and slow. But with this item, you're not affected at all. I feel like this item would be especially good if you get it on another hero. Like, imagine getting this on, like, Vanessa with a shot glasses or something, right? And then, like, a Julian that can't be slowed or frozen. That seems insane. Julian buffs this, and then your shot glasses just kills them. Insane on Vanessa. Ice Bomb. Freeze one item for 0.5 seconds. 4-second cooldown. When this item starts flying, reload it. Oh, and it stops flying when it goes off. Yeah, it's a bomb. Makes sense. Siren, slow an item for 1 second. Hasten an item for 1 second for each adjacent vehicle or property. This is +1 multicast. Yeah, it's whatever. Actually, it's probably not that bad even. I feel like I'm kind of sleeping on this item. But like, slowing 3 times and hastening 3 times, that's actually not bad. The values are low, but if this is like 2 seconds for both, it suddenly becomes a very real item. Weather Machine. Also reworked. 2 items start flying. Freeze an item on each player's board for 1 second. Slow all items for 1 second. Also slows all items for 1 second. So you can play the Steam Hose, the Fire Hose, and the Weather Machine. And that's 7 spots on the board. But your Steam Hose is gonna do like 100 burn every 5 seconds. Maybe that's not bad. Yeah, and Lightning Rod will deal damage too. Yeah. Wrecking Ball. Deal damage equal to 30% of an enemy's max health. Destroy an item. When this starts flying, charge this 5 seconds. Wow. Wow. And this doesn't even destroy itself? This can just keep doing it. This can be activated multiple times. So if you can start and stop this from flying, it will just keep going. That's really good, man. Who the hell is playing a Wrecking Ball on a balloon? What? Oh, man. Alright, that's pretty good. Airplane Glue. Adjacent items stop flying. When one of your items stops flying, it gains 20 damage and 20 shield for the fight. So this is like the gyro thing, but damage and shielding, and it stopped flying instead. Like, again, stopping something from flying is way harder to do than starting something. Seems good, though. Seems really good. And a joystick. Okay, we got a couple more. Aviator, shield 10. When you burn, charges 1 second. Okay, I don't see how you're burning a lot. Blowtorch. From 7 to 4 seconds, burn 3. Solar Drone. Shield 10, this starts flying. When you burn, this gains... Oh, so this is a burn archetype, okay. Smoke... Oh, we got another fella. Smoke Detector. When you burn, haste an item for 1 second. Okay, if you can find a way to burn a lot, that's really good, man. Pressure Heater. Adjacent burn items gain 5 burn for the fight. When you use another tool or vehicle, charge this 1 second. This is a vehicle, this is a tool. Zorkit at home. Yeah, that doesn't look great. This looks pretty mid. This probably needs a payoff that we haven't seen yet. Low Roller. Oh, like me. Medium Vehicle Tech. Haste 1 item for 1 second. This has +1 multicast for each adjacent tool. Blowtorch is literally just lighter. Yeah, that's crazy, actually. Not bad, I think. Might be awkward to have tools. I think like 3 multicast hasting is pretty good, honestly. And it's a vehicle. So this is a vehicle that goes off 3 times. This is pretty good. Doesn't do anything with flying or stop flying, but it's like good hasting. And there's multiple activations for a vehicle. That could be relevant. Like imagine having the skill where you get crit chance every time you use a vehicle. That's 30% crit chance on a 4-second cooldown. That's crazy. Okay, that was it. I'm super excited. It's hard to really judge what all these items do, but I'm imagining that once Stell comes out, she'll be very aggressive. I think her early game package looks extremely strong. We're probably missing like a couple of core items still, but I think she's going to rival stuff like Dooley and Vanessa. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. But that's kind of like an easy guess because stuff like Pig and Mag are more about scaling in the late game. Stell's gonna be hella cooking. Wednesday, I will be playing her.
Thinking outside the box, Zillion Victor, time bomb printer, 1, 2, meta shifter, not a quitter, fighting for